Hey there, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you won't miss any of our thought-provoking content. Today, we're diving into the captivating world of Alan Watts, a philosopher whose ideas have had a profound impact on how we perceive life, reality, and consciousness. Whether you're a seasoned philosophy enthusiast or just starting your journey, you're in for a treat. So let's get started.
The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance.
Alan Watts was a British-born philosopher, writer, and speaker who popularized Eastern philosophy and spirituality in the Western world during the mid-20th century. His unique approach to blending ancient wisdom with modern understanding captivated audiences and continues to resonate with people across generations.
Zen does not confuse spirituality with thinking about God while peeling potatoes. Zen spirituality is just to peel the potatoes.
Watts introduced Eastern concepts such as Zen Buddhism, Taoism, and Hinduism to Western audiences, challenging conventional Western thought and inspiring a new way of approaching existence. He emphasized the interconnectedness of all things and the importance of embracing the present moment.
This is the real secret of life, to be completely engaged with what you're doing in the here and now. And instead of calling it work, realize it is play.
One of Watts's most fascinating ideas is his exploration of the nature of reality. He encouraged people to question their perceptions and to see beyond the surface of things. He believed that our concept of self is an illusion and that we are part of a larger cosmic dance.
We do not come into this world. We come out of it as leaves from a tree.
Watts emphasized the importance of embracing change and uncertainty rather than resisting them. He encouraged individuals to flow with the rhythm of life, much like a river flowing around obstacles, and to find joy in the ever-changing nature of existence.
You are an aperture through which the universe is looking at and exploring itself.
Alan Watts's teachings continue to inspire countless individuals, from spiritual seekers to artists and thinkers. His books, lectures, and recorded talks remain widely studied and appreciated, carrying his message of unity, mindfulness, and self-discovery into the 21st century. And there you have it, a brief introduction to the brilliant mind of Alan Watts. His ability to bridge the gap between Eastern and Western thought has left an indelible mark on how we approach life's big questions. So, if you're looking to expand your perspective and delve into the mysteries of existence, Alan Watts is a guide you won't want to miss. Thanks for joining us today, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more enlightening content. Until next time, keep exploring and keep questioning. But before you leave, here is an excerpt for you to listen to from one of Alan Watts's talks.
When the sensory jazz wears off, the effect seems to go to deeper levels of one's mind. And I would say, for me, the most startling property of all these three chemicals, in their varying ways, is that they substitute for either or thinking and feeling both and. That is to say, they facilitate polar feeling and thinking. You see, according to Gestalt psychology, our normal attentive consciousness is captured by the figure rather than the background, by the moving rather than the stationary. Enclosed figures with clear outline against the background win your attention in such a way that you see the figure and ignore the background. If on an empty blackboard I draw this figure and say to an audience, what is it? Most people will say it is a circle, it is a ball, It is a disk. Very few people will suggest that I've drawn a hole in a wall. You see, because attention goes here. But you realize, obviously, you couldn't see the figure without any background. Now, you find you can reverse attention between figure and ground fairly easily. You see this either as a ball or as a hole in a wall, but it's difficult to see it as both. In the same way, you know that figure of two faces in profile, which are about to kiss each other. And they are a black silhouette. But the area between the profiles forms a white chalice. Now, it's very difficult to see simultaneously kissing faces and white chalice. You tend to see one or the other because the two images are incompatible. Unless perhaps you form the concept of it as a loving cup, then you may be able to see both, because what you see depends to a large extent on the concept that you're using. If, for example, you have a concept of number which goes 1, 2, 3, many, then you can never know that a table has 4 corners. You haven't got the number 4. It has many corners because it's 1 above 3. Anything above 3 is many. So there's no difference in concept between a table with 4 corners or a table with 20 for those primitive kind of arithmeticians. So then polar thinking becomes characteristic of all of these in here, and increasingly felt that the inside goes with the outside in the same way that the back goes with the front, that you go with your circumstances. It isn't that you are pushed around by them as a puppet, but that you and your circumstances, you and your environment are all the real you. That's what you're doing. And so you experience, even though the circumstances may not be what would ordinarily be called harmonious, that is to say pleasant circumstances, you realize that there is an unbreakable harmony between your behavior and the behavior of the external world. And so this polarity becomes very important. But it can scare the wits out of you. And this is a danger point. If you say now then, all right, if inside goes with outside, likewise good goes with bad. As I said before, you wouldn't know you were law-abiding people unless there were some criminals around to compare yourselves with. By comparison, you know that you're law-abiding.